So first of all, I think you should feel the Tzaras Rabim Chatzi Nechama. You're in the right group. Because there are very few rooms of people that would understand anything that you just said. And here you're looking at people shaking their heads and saying, yeah, we're either in it or we were in it. And that means you're at least in the right group. What you're doing is incredible, is remarkable, is amazing. And yet, if you did 10 times as much for a child with physical illness, you wouldn't feel any of this. You would be a Superman, Superwoman for 5 years, and you wouldn't even think to realize what you're doing. And your friends would say, what? You're sleeping on a chair in the hospital? You're eating Satmar Bika Chaylim food already for 3 months? And you'd be like, yeah. Because when we have physical problems with physical illness, we're all in 24/7. Adarabba. Yes, when the chayla is up, the world is over, and Baruch Hashem, while he naps for 2 hours, I can cook and clean and take care of everything else, because this is my tafkid, this is my life, this is my reason that I exist, and the other 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 12, 15 other kids will have to make do, and nobody says, really? You're giving up your whole life for one kid? Nobody says anything. Everybody says, wow, you're amazing. And over here we have psychiatric illness or emotional illness or drug abuse or depression or just off the derech, which is nitzchias, and everybody's like, whoa, you got to stop everything for one kid. Biffel Dafman gave him how much he's just today on the phone. So mother called me, very nice person called up and said, you can't this, and how come you're this? Everybody has all these nice ideas. It happens to be that I'm terribly sorry for the pain that you're in and that your son is in such a bad state, but I'm laughing because you are doing the absolute best track of success. You're on the track to succeed. You're doing the best job. He's reacting to the treatment perfectly. He's doing exactly what I want him to do. He's fully eating out of my hands through you. He's exactly where I want him. And like you heard, it doesn't last forever. It's a stage. I know every day it feels like a very long day, but it's wow. In other words, yes, we went from much more of a sickness to pushing a wheelchair, and by physical illness it's very hard, and we have to schlep, but we do it. You're doing exactly what you need to do, but you're different than everybody else. So many hundreds of other people, they don't have a mahalach. So they're, the kishkis. They're yelling, they're screaming, they're calling Hatzalah, they're calling Shomer, but then nothing's getting better. Everything's getting worse. They call the psych ward. They take the kid to the hospital, and they go to visit them in Utah, and they're flying, and they're doing so much, spending so much money, and they know they have no mahalach and very little chance of success. They're chasing their tail, they're fighting, they're arguing, there's no, right, that's the life. And they're great people, but there's no straight mahalach. So it's like, okay, and then we put them in the psych ward, and we say, listen, you have to, whatever. You're having none of that. No shulam bayis problem, because you both agreed to listen to me. No Torah problem, because your Rebbe fully supports you, and you're dying. And we have a mahalach, and the mahalach means that you're going to be taking care of him, and be'ezus Hashem, you're going to avoid every article that was ever written about kids at risk and off the derech, in Mishpacha, Ami, Hamadiyah, every article you're going to avoid. You're not going to have any of that. Be'ezus Hashem. And you're going to nurture him and do what you have to do to carry him through the darkest years that we could possibly imagine that somebody could have. Years of dark that these kids have, where night is day and day is night, right is left and left is right, straight is, yeah. They don't know anything. They don't know what my future is going to be like. They're confused in every possible way that you could be confused. V'ha'aretz haisa sayu v'vayu v'chayshich al pnei sahayim mamish yetzt, here in our dar. They don't know anything. They don't know anything. They have gender confusion. They don't know anything. It's not like, am I going to get married? It's, to what will I get? They don't know anything. They're numbing their brains. They're lost. They're confused. And now you're going ahead. You're taking this neshama. He's in the palm of your hand. He's in your house. He's sleeping in your house. He's eating your food. And he's allowing you to take care of his needs instead of, you know what, how many kids tell me? My parents don't care about me. You know who cares about me? The guy who sits outside of the grocery store, out of the what do you call the bodega. He cares about me because my parents won't get me cigarettes. But when I go outside to the guy for an extra whatever, he goes and gets me a cigarette. He likes me. My parents hate my guts. Here it's the total opposite. You took a kid, you differentiate him. He is different than all the thousands of other kids on the street because he has a mommy and a tati that are caring for his needs. Ein hachinami, it's his dysfunctional needs. En hachinami, it's his needs of stuff that we never wanted him to need. But in his broken state, who can I rely on? Mommy and tati. Who's there for me? Mommy and tati. Who's supplying me with my needs? Mommy and tati. Who can I rely on and trust? Mommy and tati. This kid has the best, highest possible chances of getting out of here in the quickest possible way, to have a refuah and a yeshua. And when you emerge from the other side of the darkness, and your parents carried you, and were your suppliers throughout those years, it's the highest chance that he's just going to want to be like you. He's just going to want to be like the family, as we've seen, ki yadua liyoidei kip. As we have seen over and over again, they just want to be like us. Where else would I want to be? This is my family. They're hypersensitive. They're caring. They know, and they'll look back and they're going to say, wow, I don't know how you did this. You stuck with me. How did you stick with me through all of that? Craziness and insanity. So it's two parts. One part is, of course, I feel bad for you. I wish that he should have a refuah shlema tonight. Tomorrow you should wake up and have back your normal, beautiful, wonderful family. That's our wish. Until then, I wish that you should have this complaint that you just had. I'm busy with this kid. Oh my gosh, I got to supply him. I got to bake for him. I got to cook for him. I got to take him. Because he's fully relying on mommy and tati and not the chevra on the street. That means he has less chance of being abused on the street, like so many stories that I've told you, less chance of so many other things. You are caring for your child. Now here's the truth. The truth is that everybody in the world agrees that he has the highest chance of success. Every therapist wants this. Every Rav wants this. Everybody giving advice knows that a child who feels his parents' love and understanding and like me and are with me has the greatest chance. The problem is that they advise things that break and hack up and divide this from happening because they say, oh, yeah, well, I want this, but you can't buy him cigarettes, and you can't let him this, and you can't. By the time they give you all the cans, they lose the gold. They lose the only thing that helps the kids, which you are the respirator connected to this kid. This kid is the luckiest dysfunctional kid in the world. He's the luckiest kip in the world. With parents like you, the luckiest. And you hug him, and you love him. Yes, and you have to work your schedule. Right? That's why I said it's so lucky that they wake up 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They're giving you the whole day to do everything else you got to do. And then he gets up, Nebuch. Who gets up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? We had a kid who was so Nebuch, so dysfunctional. The parents went to Florida in the winter, and they called me up, and they said, we're here for 5 days. The kid never saw the sun. Why do we have to go to Florida? We could have gone to the Bronx. Kid wakes up after sunset. Nebuch. And people say that it's taiva, and it's, come on, they're so dysfunctional, our kippelach, our group. They're so dysfunctional, they can't even, so he's getting up at 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock. So you can fix your entire pain like that. As long as you're fighting it, oy vey, oy vey. The oy vey is true about Nebuch. I have a son who got hit by a car, got hit by trauma, now we're in the hospital, now this is my situation. That's the oy vey. The oy vey that I have to care for my sick child? No, that's not the oy vey. That's an attitude change. And as soon as you go ahead and change your attitude, you're going to be ivdu es Hashem b'simcha. You're going to be like Nebuch. It's a dark time, but you know what? Somebody said very good. The only difference between TP and physical illness is at night you get to sleep in your own bed. Yes, it's 24/7, but you're sleeping in your bed at night, and you're able to sleep. Mitzvah Hashem. And we're going to carry him through this, and you're going to save your kid's life. You're there for your kid. But yes, you have to accept. This is the only thing you have to do. Instead of fighting it, you have to accept it. The same way, by the way, when you have a newborn. When you have a newborn, if not for the fact that this was a cute little kid, you would say, I got to get up every 2 hours. And this kid's, yes, you change your schedule, and you're excited about it. This is a lot of work. But part of what's hard is that you're fighting it. Every day you're hoping that you're not going to have to work. It's like, oh my gosh, he wants a drool. Oh my gosh, he wants a... this is his needs. The baby needs to eat every 2 hours. He needs these things. You came up with ideas, right? Don't be so shocked. Yeah, buy a few cartons. Buy a few stuff of all the stuff he needs. Be stocked. Be ready so you don't have to go jumping out every time. And make your schedule. Starting 4 p.m., shift at the hospital. The only difference between the shift at the hospital and the shift in your house is you don't have to travel. Your home, and this is so crucial for everybody, your home is the hospital right now. Your home is the psych ward. Your home is the trauma facility. Your home is the rehab. And we have a higher success rate than any of these places. Do it. Look at the statistics. If they would understand what we're doing and what we're accomplishing, we have a higher statistical success, as far as I see, right, than any of these rehabs or trauma centers. You are the nurse, you are the doctor, and you're saving $120,000 a year for Utah, which people in this room have paid for not success. And I'm not knocking it. It must help somebody, but it didn't help us. Okay? So you have to look at it like this. Hashem gave me this matzav. Hashem gave me this situation. We wouldn't wish it on our biggest enemy. We are going to be successful. We have a mahalach. We have our das Torah. We have a clear, at least I'm clear, I'm giving you clear instruction. A lot of people say, how could you this, but they have no clarity. I'm telling you clear what to do, what not to do. Ein simcha k'ataras hasfekes. This is what we're doing. You have a great bracha from your Rebbe, Baruch Hashem. You have clear das Torah. This is what we are doing. It's going to take focus. It's going to take attention. It's going to take, cost money. Cost more money to have one kid than 20 healthy kids. More money, more time, more effort. Yeah, like any handicap, like any sick kid, it's temporary. You heard from her, she said so good. So true. You'll see it 2 years later. You'll see things are different. First they go from being in bed. Halavai, by the way, you have no idea how happy I am that he's in your house and he's allowing you to care for him and to supply. I'm so happy. This is the safest place. And if you ask people, they'll tell you. They're nodding. They're saying, yeah, because a lot of them didn't have this. And you don't know where your kid is. You don't know when she's coming home. She disappears for 3 days. You're not going to have that. And by the time he goes, Emir Hashem, TP kids, hi ma, I'm going away. They tell us where we are. We have parents, so many parents, who put in low jack and tracking devices before TP. I never told a parent not to do it. You know why they don't do it? Look around. You know why nobody does it? We don't need to. When you prove and rebuild the trust, they will tell you where they are. And they'll rely on you. They'll feel comfortable and comforted telling you, by the way, I'm going there. By the way, I'm coming back. So right now, Baruch Hashem, you're in the best place. But yes, it takes a tremendous amount of dedication. But you can do it. You just have to accept, to be makabel on yourself, this is my tafkid now. Okay, all right, if this is my tafkid now, I'll do it. You'll do it in Mitzvah Hashem and you'll be successful.